As you can see, the Photoshop versions with the adjustments can be a lot larger than the original JPEGs. So what we're going to do in order to make it a little easier for Premiere is we're going to save each of these Photoshops with adjustments as a JPEG. We do not want to wipe out the original though, because that's got our image address. So we're going to save it and add the word edited. In fact, you can see right here I've got an edited version, the original, and the Photoshop file. Now I'm going to rename this because I think it'll be better if we make that all caps. Now how did I create that? Just like this. I'm going to open up my Guam picture. You can see that I did some work with the levels and the vibrance, and it made a pretty big difference there. So I'm going to File and Export. You cannot save as a JPEG. You have to export as, and we're going to choose the JPEG format. So the default PNG gets switched to JPEG. We do have several different settings for quality. Let's go with the very good in order to have files that aren't too big but still look very nice. Do not change the width and height. Keep everything else the same. You can see that this is going to be 1 megabyte in size. If we go up to excellent, you can see that we are going to have a 2 megabyte. So I guess as long as it's not over, let's say 3 megabytes, that's going to be our best bet. So let's export this. It's going to have the name already, but we need to make sure we're in our project folder. And right here in between the two and the name of the file, we're going to put edited, all caps, to make it very clear. Now it is very important that that 2 stay there first. It gets put at the bottom, but if you click on name, then it will sort, and we know that when we're selecting files to bring into Premiere, that we're going to keep the edited version. Let's do that again. We have our cherry here. This is a Colorado picture. I've made some adjustments to it, just a little bit. File, Export as. We've got our JPEG here, and we're on good, giving us a 1.5 megabyte. Maybe go to excellent. Let's see how big that file is going to be. 4 megabytes, a bit too large. Let's just go with very good. And export, and simply put the word edited in between. If you wanted to, you could even copy that word if you have a lot of them, so that you don't have to type it over and over. Looks like we've got this one already taken care of. And we've got our latest movie. Now notice that the exported, edited version is missing the comments. So one of the things that would be a great idea here is to preserve that. Control-C copy, go to our edited version, and make sure that's in the comments. Do that for all Photoshop files, except for this one. We've already taken care of our titles. We're just talking about our 1 through 9s. And if it really didn't make a big difference, then maybe you don't worry about that Photoshop. But if you did make some improvements, have an edited version as a JPEG.